What's up, gamers and nerds? It's John of Video Games in the World. Last week, I did not make the weekly news because it was a weekend of memories that I had. 2 years ago, my father passed away from cancer, and I wanted to spend a weekend remembering him. He was my father, my mentor, and my best friend. Since he died, my life was never the same again, and I vowed not to fail him when he was dying and that I'll stay strong. Losing a parent is losing a part of yourself that you can never get back, and it's tragic. But enough of that. We must get on. So, here's the news of the week of everything that has happened. Now, I know this is not related to gaming right now, but this is one of the things I want to talk about for this weekly news. It was announced that this week, MTV will shut down 5 of its music-related channels by New Year's Eve this year. These channels are MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, Club MTV, and MTV Live. The reason why these channels are shutting down is because nowadays people don't watch music on TV as they are often watching music videos on YouTube, TikTok, or listening to music on Spotify. There is one channel that will remain though, and that's MTV HD, but it will only focus on reality shows. Boo. A lot of fans who grew up watching MTV feel sad that this marks the end of an era because MTV is what redefined music when it first launched. 2 years ago, I uploaded a video essay about MTV's rise and crushing downfall. Link in the description if you want to watch. MTV was one of the biggest pinnacles in the history of cable television. It started out as a 24/7 music video channel, and its first music video was Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. While radio stations had disc jockeys, or DJ for short, MTV introduced VJs, video jockeys. The first VJs were Alan Hunter, Martha Quinn, JJ Jackson, Nina Blackwood, and Mark Goodman. In 1984, MTV premiered its very first annual MTV Video Music Awards, which awards the best in music video medium. In the late 1980s, popular music video shows were Headbangers Ball, Remote Control, a game show, and Yo MTV Raps. Yo MTV Raps will bring rap music to MTV since in the beginning, the channel was geared towards rock and roll. Headbangers Ball brought heavy metal, and both shows grew immensely in popularity. MTV's popularity started to peak in the 1990s, such as premiering its first annual movie awards, which would change into the MTV Movie and TV Awards in 2017, and making some award segments more gender neutral to make it more inclusive. Some didn't like that change, others did. And of course, even to this day, some still hate it and some still like it. But to each their own, right? Anyways, the 1990s was like the golden era for MTV as the popular shows were The Grind, Total Request Live, The Real World, Road Rules, The Max, Beavis and Butthead, Aeon Flux, Daria, Celebrity Deathmatch, Undressed, etc. MTV was the entertainment industry back then. In the 2000s, MTV was focusing more on non-music content, yet it had a lot of shows such as Jackass, Boiling Points, Punk'd, Viva La Bam, Yo Mama, Wild Boys, True Life, Making the Video, Making the Band, Date My Mom, Room Raiders, Dismissed, Parental Control, Next, Pimp My Ride, High School Stories, My Super Sweet 16, The Andy Milonakis Show, Run's House, Newlyweds Nick and Jessica, The Osbournes, The Ashley Simpson Show, Cribs, Bully Beatdown, and so many more. In that time, MTV was truly crushing it with ideas and creating culture. Some of these shows were loved, others were loathed. In the late 2000s, 3 new reality shows would define the end of the network's silver age, such as Teen Mom, 16 and Pregnant, and the crown jewel, Jersey Shore. By the 2010s, music on MTV was no more, as it focused solely on non-music related content, and the words music television were removed from the logo, and boy, that sucks. It really, really sucks. Nowadays, MTV is all-day marathons to 24 hours straight of ridiculousness now that Rob Dyrdek is running things. The reason why MTV fell, it lost its identity along with many other cable TV channels that were popular, such as Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, VH1, BET, Bravo, and even G4 TV in its first run lost its identity after Neil Tiles took over in 2005 when Charles Hirschhorn stepped down as the CEO. G4 TV might have returned in 2021, but it wasn't going to last very long as people don't watch gaming content on TV as they go to YouTube TikTok, Twitch, Kick, etc. The reason why that network didn't last very long is due to the following, such as lack of direction, constant layoffs, underpayment, lack of brand new content, trying to compete with YouTube and Twitch streamers, and of course, many will blame that infamous rant by Froskurin. Let me tell you, that rant was not the main reason why the network tanked. Most of it is the listed reasons why the network tanked. MTV is not what it used to be because there is nothing else to love anymore. On Wednesday, it was announced that the creator of the Dead or Alive fighting game series and Ninja Gaiden reboot series, Tomonobu Itagaki, passed away of a serious illness. It was a very sad day for those who love the Dead or Alive series as well as his revival of the Ninja Gaiden video game series, and so many remember him dearly. I still remember my first Dead or Alive video game, which was Dead or Alive 2, and how I loved playing that game on the Sega Dreamcast, which I still have. I also remember playing the Ninja Gaiden reboot when I was in my late teens as well. It was an amazing trilogy, though very difficult as it put my gaming skills to the test, as well as many others. As he was facing his final days, Itagaki-san said the following: "The light of my life is finally fading. The fact that this message has been posted means that the time has finally come. I am no longer in this world. I am entrusting this final post to someone important to me. My life has been a series of battles. I kept winning. I have caused a lot of trouble too. I am proud to say that I followed my beliefs and fought to the end. I have no regrets. However, I am filled with regret that I was unable to deliver a new work to all my fans. I am sorry. That's how it is. So it goes. Itagaki Tomonobu." Touching words. In this world, we have victories and defeats. Some things we don't regret, but a lot of things we do regret. Many tributes poured in on the day of his passing. Team Ninja, the studio that Itagaki-san put on the map with Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden, posted on social media the following: "We are deeply saddened by the passing of Team Ninja's first leader, Tomonobu Itagaki. We will carry on the philosophy and creativity that Itagaki-san and continue to create games that many gamers will enjoy. Our deepest condolences for his loss." He started out in 1992 in Tecmo to handle the graphics of the video game Tecmo Super Bowl. He then started the Dead or Alive series in 1998, which featured female characters with strategically placed bounds physics and more than a passing resemblance to Sega's Virtua Fighter, a series he has mentioned being a fan of. I love Virtua Fighter. Fantastic series. When Dead or Alive 2 arrived for the Dreamcast, the graphical leap shone a light on Itagaki and Team Ninja, and the outspoken developer, who became well known for wearing shades at all times, never shied away from commenting on industry trends. Itagaki's Ninja Gaiden launched as an Xbox exclusive in 2004, breathing new life into the hardcore action game franchise. He went on to release Ninja Gaiden Black, considered by some to be one of the greatest action games of all time. Nintendo DS game Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword and Xbox 360 exclusive Ninja Gaiden 2 followed. Great games, all of them. He later founded Valhalla Game Studios with several Team Ninja members and released Devil's Third. Itagaki stepped down from Valhalla in 2017 and went on to form Itagaki Games in 2021. At the time, Itagaki said that he had spent the prior 4 years teaching game development to a younger generation. However, he felt that he wanted to make a game again and just establish a company for that purpose. Itagaki's death comes just days before the release of Ninja Gaiden 4, an action sequel he had no involvement with. Bummer. All I have to say is, arigato gozaimasu, Itagaki-san, for all these games you brought us all and everything. Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden, forever. Glen Schofield is the mastermind behind the Dead Space franchise, which in my opinion is one of the greatest game franchises ever made. Dead Space to me is like a combination of Metroid, Halo, Resident Evil, and Silent Hill an amazing game series. Unfortunately, they dropped the ball with Dead Space 3 as it is now a cliffhanger after Visceral Games shut down. Now, Schofield said that the games industry is in dire need of repairs and he believes that he knows 3 tips on how to fix it. Mr. Schofield said the following to a room of game industry professionals. We need to fix the gaming industry right now. It's broken, it's beaten, it's battered, and our developers are battered. They've been taking it on the chin for the last couple of years. We need to bring it back to what it was, right? Instead of all this negativity. I wholeheartedly agree that the gaming industry is not doing too good right now because of a lot of crap that has happened over the last couple of years with all that negativity. But his first step to fix the industry is one that I truly disagree with him on. And what step is that? The use of AI, which is a total no. This is what he said. AI isn't here to replace us. It's here to make us faster, better, and more efficient. And AI is for all of us. It really is. It's not just for directors and artists, it's for writers and marketing execs. So I think executives, owners, founders, let's start training our people on AI. Start it as soon as you can. Who cares if I'm EA or Activision or Namco or whatever? We should be working together at least in training and training our people up. That will be a huge help because I know we're going to start hiring people back again. No way. AI is not the best idea for creativity because it destroys human creativity and interaction. Albert Einstein said this many years ago, that the day when technology surpasses human interaction, the world will have a generation of idiots. Sorry, Mr. Schofield, but I highly disagree with what you said about AI because it's anti-art. Look at what's been happening lately and how people have been abusing AI, such as creating people that don't even exist in real life, and also, it's detrimental to human artistry and creativity. Some people will disagree with me for saying that. But you know, there's always disagreement. His second step is the following. Come on, investors and execs, let's stop this madness, said Schofield. You want to make AAA game for like $8 million? You got to get your guts back again. If we start putting money into the industry again, we know it's going to make money. To me, you picked the wrong people to run the teams, run the games, right? In my opinion, you need a big creative person who's running it. And then you put people around to help with this and that. That's the way I work these days, right? I still run my studio in ways, but I have people to help now so I can be 100% or 98% on that. That's what games need. I saw some of the people that were chosen and they were really good people, but there's no way they were ready to direct the game. So I said, let's start putting money in and do due diligence a little better on that. We know we're going to make money, but we have to make quality games and you have to give them to the right people. Games are still making a lot of money, to be honest with you, Mr. Schofield. His third and final step was wishing for the return of E3. Here's the thing. A lot of people like me wished that E3 returned. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Because after the COVID-19 outbreak 5 years ago, E3 was doomed to oblivion. E3 brought us a lot of amazing announcements of these upcoming and brand new awesome video games in the past. Now, nowadays, we got Nintendo Direct, PlayStation State of Play, and the Xbox Game Showcase. E3's cancellation was attributed to factors like the rise of these showcases and the shift to online-only events. So I agree with him that the gaming industry needs some fixing, but after all that, he said that with these 3 steps of his, not so much. They're pretty stale, to be honest. I must say that developers need to stop rushing games in development because a delayed game can end up becoming the best thing ever, but a rush game is a bad one most of the time. Although sometimes it can be the other way around. But most of the time, a delayed game can end up becoming something really, really good, but a rush game is forever a bad game. They should try taking some notes from Eastern developers as well as indie developers too. Most successful indie games I have seen are Blasphemous, Infernax, Bloodstained, Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, Apsu, and so on. And that's all I have to say for this week, everyone. What do you think of Glen Schofield's ideas? Are they good or bad? You can break it down in the comments below. This is John of Video Games in the World. Have a good one and see you all next week. Bye!